Hey guys, when I did my Pelagios video, which went very well, I kind of hinted that I would do a epic only guide for this boss, just for kind of the people that don't have a lot of the legendaries. Like if you don't have Araka, if you don't have Silas, if you don't have Razak or Nyx, I don't have Nyx personally, which really sucks for this boss, then I would do kind of a guide. And this team that I'm using right here, although my gear is pretty decent, I'm actually able to hit S to S plus every time. And it's really interesting that like you would not expect it to be possible to reach the point that I'm reaching with epics in this boss. Because when I was thinking about it, I was like, the epic marks in this game are kind of bad, right? So there's no way you could really get a good score. But that's just wrong. You can get a really good score with all the epics. Obviously, you could change it up. So, for example, before I get into it, if you have Razak, if you have Nyx, you have Kai, if you have, Pelagios, all this stuff, it is better to use them, obviously. But if you don't, this team actually works amazing. So, first of all, Lunaria does, like, no damage, but she's still there for a bit. Theowin does the second most damage. Brienne, Esme both do decent damage. You could replace Esme with Idril if you would like. Personally, I think Esme better. And then Maul is the one who does all the damage. He's insane. He does like 100 mil in his own for this fight or something like that. It's crazy. So let me get into the gear. So you want to focus more attack gear. Ideally, Lunaria is not looking too hot. She's not gonna do a lot of damage, but she'll do some. Theowen, I do have in Soulbound Arcana. It's not the most insane set ever. I would like more attack. And as you can see, he's not leveled very much. And also, he's in a base Sharpshooter crest. You could obviously make this stuff a lot better. Or if it's a bit worse for you, that's a-okay. Just do your best. Here I have Brienne in an Ageless Wrath set, because I didn't have another Soulbound Arcana. Esme, I have in Infernal Roar. I don't know if this is good, but this is what I have. I don't have a lot of Calamity gear, so that's why they have kind of lower attacks. But then here we have Maul. Maul has a ton of attack, which is better. I have all of this stuff, which is obviously quite good. If you don't have it as good, just put your best Soulbound Arcana set or your best set in general on Maul, and then your highest Sharpshooter crest, and you'll be a-okay. And Dolores is very important that you have Invig, because that goes on Maul and makes Maul a lot better. So let's just get into it. Placements. What I recommend, obviously the placements will vary depending on who you are. But first of all, I like to do Maul at the bottom with Dolores, and then I like to put Theowin, because Theowin's our secondary DPS. And then I like having Brienne on the left, because I think that Brienne is more capable than Esme and Lunaria, who will both be together. I think it's worth it to do it this way. I think that the single target should obviously be together so that it becomes essentially kind of like an AoE. And although Brienne is not really AoE, as you can see, she does do a couple attacks. Here I'm gonna ult maybe once or twice to build up Soulbound Arcana stacks really quickly, and then we're gonna save essentially. Poisons I think are some decent damage. I don't know. But essentially, most of the damage you're going to get is from breaking all the tridents that pop up. And Maul is actually amazing for breaking them. Brienne's ult can obviously hit them. The people on the right are going to struggle a little bit. But if you just ult with Maul, he'll like kill every trident. It's so funny to watch. I underrated him very heavily. Obviously, I recommend not really using your ults at the beginning very much, because I think it's better to have them for when the damage actually matters, because you're never going to live until the end. It's literally impossible. But here we go. I'm going to do some damage, ideally to the boss and all that good stuff. And we're essentially just trying to get all the burst damage at the beginning. Time Dolores with all the other ults for obvious reasons. You know how it is. We're doing pretty decent damage here. Obviously, as I said, trident damage is the most important, so that's what we're trying to focus on. And we're just trying to hit S, essentially, is my goal, at least. Here, Maul ult, as you can see, instantly kills every trident. On the left, you will struggle a little bit just because Theowin is not obviously the best option here, but he's pretty good. We're already at B, which is really good time. I like Esme over Idril as well because Esme actually kind of has AoE in a way. It's not really AoE, but it's as close to AoE as you're gonna get. So I think it's pretty good. Obviously, here Maul does all the work, and then we're trying to kill these guys right over here, which I'm not sure if we can. It's a bit brutal because Brienne can't really break through that, and Theowen obviously can't damage through it either. But we should be living here anyways. As long as Maul kind of kills that side, we should be fine. And we're not doing too bad is all I'm trying to say. Here, Maul ult again, as long as Maul has Pierce. There we go. And now, hopefully Brienne and Theowen can kill the left so that we can get more damage out. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're really hoping we can get all the damage in here. It's a struggle, like I've been saying, and very hard to work around. As you can see, tons of damage in there. We're just kind of once again hoping. And although my run before was a lot smoother, we should hopefully be able to hit S here. Worst case, just know I did hit S at some point. If we could get another Maul ult, and if Maul could actually like kill them, that would be amazing. Maul, please. Dolores, please. Come on. Come on. Yeah, woo! We did this! Okay, I got a lot better of a score before, and I don't know what changed. I changed no gear, no artifacts. All I did was slightly level Lunaria more, who still does like no damage, and we did less of a score. So it's either a timing thing, an RNG thing, but we still hit S, okay? And that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to display it. Maul, like I said, does like 90 mil, because he just does all the damage. Theowen, obviously not lacking since he is the only other basically AoE damage dealer. Esme, Brienne. Esme shocks me every time with her damage. You would never think she would do so much, but she really does. I think Poison is just good here, even though Poison got nerfed. Brienne, obviously some decent damage. You could use Idril if you need. And Dolores there to buff everyone. Lunaria's there just for the Lord bonus. You could replace Lunaria. You don't really need her. It's just you can't really deal with the tridents as easily. And yeah, so that's kind of all you gotta do, honestly. Once again, it's not gonna be the craziest score ever. You're not gonna be hitting like SSS with all these A5 people. You're not gonna be hitting top 100 because obviously you need all the units for it. But for epic only, that's pretty damn good. Like you can't hit S in Conqueror, if I'm not mistaken, with epics only. I think it's impossible, or it's at least it's very hard to do. Comment down below, honestly, if you want to see epic only for these bosses. But like, there's no way I can do Styx epic only. That's gonna be so brutal. But if you guys want to see it, I'll make it happen. What the frick would I even do for this? This is like so restrictive. I don't know. I'll figure it out. If you guys want to see that, I can make it happen. Or if you don't want to see it, doesn't really matter. But yeah, so I hope this helped. And that's about all I wanted to do. I have a couple videos coming soon, which are going to be very interesting. There's some anniversary leaks and all this stuff. But I just wanted to get this out, you know, cleanse my palate a little bit from all the leak content. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it a ton. Be sure to like and subscribe. Does help a ton. And that's about it for me. Destined, signing out.